Hey, how's it going? I'm Dan Fredenberg, and I'm here today with Joe Cook, and he has actually played poker for money in the World Series of Poker, and I understand other spots as well. So, Joe, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Dan. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. And of course, I'm Dan Fredenberg, and I interview commercial real estate syndicators, operators, buyers, sellers, sponsors, and all that kind of stuff. And on this Figure It Out series, generally we have a dream job holder, and so today the bigger thing that I want to achieve though is Joe and I have some things that we're baking up together, and I'm really excited about that. But one of the things that I think people really need to understand is mitigation of risk. And I think a really fun way to understand how you quantify risk, how you play with risk, is to play poker. But before we get too excited with that, Joe, do you want to say a thing or two about yourself?
Well, I'm in the real estate syndication business and been in real estate a long time, but picked up poker about 10 or 15 years ago, and I love how the parallels exist. So this should be fun.
Excellent, excellent. You want to give a little bit of background to your poker background before we get started playing some Hold'em?
Well, I thought so. Like I said, I've been playing for 15 years. I thought about going pro in about 2016, 17, 18, right in there. Found that it was a really difficult grind for someone my age in particular, and to make a living at it. As the pros tell you now, it's a really hard way to make an easy living. That is really true. So, in trying to possibly play poker for a living and possibly retiring, I did neither. I went back into the real estate business, but got really serious about poker. And for the last 5 years, I've played pretty serious across WSOP and my local poker room, and had some pretty good success. So I love the game. I love the parallels to business, and I especially love the parallels to uh, assessing risk and negotiation, or some people might call it bluffing.
Mm-hmm,
It
mm-hmm.
works.
Right, right. And that's actually something else I wanted to ask you before we got too deep in the game, is because, we met and shortly after we had the chance encounter interview that I always do with any syndicator or investor in my circle. They're featured on dandoesdeals.com. And one of the things that that I'm up to in those interviews, because, this isn't your first rodeo, is I'm vetting people in real time, which means I'm trying to find not so much tells as they are called in poker, or at least in the movie version that I'm exposed to. I'm really looking for conflicting facts. If somebody is in their 20s and they're saying that they're the KP sponsor, it's like, well, so you started investing when you were in high school, or like, how exactly did you pull that off? Is what's going through my mind. But as far as the truth of about poker players really being just focusing on finding people's tells, like how much reality is there to that?
Well, there's some, but not a lot. Usually, when there's that reality, the player that's got the tells is really not very good at all. The game that we're going to talk about, Texas Hold'em in particular, is a lot more math. A lot in the case of multi-table tournaments, is a lot more math, a lot more assessment of the assets you've got, and is this current situation someplace I can bluff and maybe benefit from that. And then, as my wife would remind us, it is a lot of luck still.
Mhm.
So tells is a small portion, but sometimes can be significant.
I love that answer. All right, let's get started. Let's play some Hold'em. And in this game, it always starts off with, I believe it's 20,000 each. There you go. Here it comes the
And do you know, are we playing cash or are we playing a tournament? We're playing cash.
so it's just last
Assuming.
man standing. Well, even though there's two men, a robot, and a talking dog playing poker.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
it's a
it looks like
five-person tournament, a five-entity tournament with a bot, and we're going to see who's standing last, huh?
exactly, exactly. So we are the small blind. And on this one, I would just call just to see what's going on. And I know that basically accepted wisdom would be that because these aren't suited and you don't have at least like a 10, this one
I
should
do
probably
not
fold.
see the screen,
Oh,
Dan.
you
I'm
don't see the screen.
sorry.
Okay, I've got Queen of Clubs and Ace of Diamonds. And I'm the
Okay.
small blind with 400 bucks. The pot is now $2,800. So on this one, I'd call for the extra 400 because the big blind is 800.
4, 8, and the pot's already 2,800. So
That's
who
right.
did what in the middle?
Okay, so the first person to be offered, so after the big blind, first person folded, and then the other two called.
And you are ace queen,
I'm a queen of clubs, eight of diamonds.
8 of diamonds. I am so sorry, but not seeing it
Yeah,
throws me off a little bit here.
maybe I can
Um,
highlight this screen here. View options. Oops, escape. Yeah, I'll see if I can highlight it for you. But okay, what else can I do here? So I'll pause the recording here too.
all right.
All right, much better. Now he's got side by side. So now you can see the Queen of Clubs, the Ace of Diamonds. We were the small blind, so we were already the 2,800, 400 of that is ours. And I was going to call personally.
And I would fold because you shouldn't even be in the hand, even though they're all limping. It's called limping. Even
Hmm.
though they're all limping, after the flop, you're going to be out of position and you're not going to know what to do.
Okay, I'm going to call.
That
Throw-
works.
exactly. I'm going to throw caution to the wind. Yeah, so one of the things too that's kind of fun in this game is each of the opponents have a different. Yeah, so that didn't pay off exactly the way that you said.
And so
So
now what do you? So
now what
now
I
what do you
usually do,
do?
I usually go ahead and dig even deeper with the smallest bet I can, just basically saying if anybody is going to be involved, it's not going to be for free. And that's the only real motive, putting 800 against 3,200, basically.
Including you is not going to be for free.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
So if you're in the small blind
Right.
and they all just called, anybody could have anything. Why don't you bet 2,800 and see if the other three fold?
I love that idea. Okay, there we go. Bet. Yeah, so the different personalities. Brock, he's not a dummy. So yeah, he's calling. So he's actually got something. Claptrap, he's a real, like he doesn't have to have anything. He can bluff like crazy. Ash bluffs occasionally, and Sam he won't go past what makes sense. Oh, so Brock actually raised another 2,800. So that means it would call even the call. It's 2,800 against the 1,700.
And so now I'd fold. Now that you know that they
Right.
have something and they want to be crazy.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. So that one hurt a little bit, and then it's all on me.
By the way,
Hmm.
to go back to the first hand and then to that hand, my preference would have been for you to check, but apparently you weren't going to do that. So I'm convinced you to bet big instead of checking. I mean, instead of betting small. Betting small does nothing but put more money in the pot.
Right. Let's see. Oh, okay. So Ash stole the pot without showing his cards. All right, next hand. Here we go. So now I can check. Okay, so I got King of Clubs, Ace of Spades. Sorry, Eight of Spades. I misspoke. All right.
And you are
So
on the button.
so Ash called, Sam called. So I have nothing in. I can fold without it costing anything. What do you think? Fold?
Well, now
Call?
you're going to be in position after the flop instead of out of position. So why don't you call like you thought about last time? This time you get to see all of them act before you act instead of having to act first.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's a
Position
part.
makes a difference, young man, sir.
Okay. All right. I'm learning more about poker. This is great. Okay, so Brock checked, Claptrap checked, Ash checked, Sam checked. Okay, I don't really have much of a chance of a flush.
Well, are they going to fold if you bet? Probably not.
I think I'd have to bet at least 2,500 before they'd fold.
And the pot is
4,000.
4,000. Yeah, I think you're right, but I'd rather just check.
Okay. Weak sauce. Hmm. He likes that, so I think he's got a pair of fives. Unless he's got a couple of diamonds. Okay, this looks like firmly in fold territory to me.
Works for me.
Okay. Yeah, good luck with that, he says. That didn't work out like I planned. Oh, Sam just got he stole the pot. Sweet. So that's exciting stuff. I'm really excited about that idea of paying attention to where you are. So Claptrap is the small
Position,
blind.
called position.
You're the position, okay. And Ash is the big blind. And so that's the button you were talking about. And so that's Brock. Has
Brock
the
is now the button, and you're now the cutoff.
Yeah, right. So okay, so like me personally, I would call on this one.
Well, this is a limping passive group, it appears. So I sort of can call. I can agree with call.
Okay. Would you prefer to raise?
Reluctantly.
Would you prefer to raise?
No, not with a jack high, but the two diamonds make it tempting. So go ahead and just call.
Okay, doke. Yeah, cool. And you can see like this is how our bankroll up here.
Yep, I got it. We're going to be all right. This is last man standing, right? In this
Yes.
short little thing.
Okay, so they all checked.
Well,
Yeah,
what do you
not a
want
whole
to
lot of
do?
opportunity for a flush.
No, there isn't. There isn't an opportunity for anything significant.
So I
So
guess
I would just check fold. I would check and wait for them,
okay,
and now
Brock's already out.
it gets worse, so it's the same.
Okay, so Ash is raising 9K, bringing the pot up. So yeah, I'd be putting in 9K to basically win 3,000 of new money. So I'd fold.
Of which all you have is jack high, so you do
Right,
fold.
exactly. So even if he's bluffing, I'm gonna hit skip to next hand. Like
So
rather
now
than
I understand. So when we were talking a little bit previously, I now understand where you say you play a lot more hands than I don't know what you said.
yeah, yeah,
Logic tells you you
yeah,
should,
professional
or
standard, I'd say. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's like the other thing too is I tend to this is just trash, and I just fold. You're fine with folding?
Yes. Oh,
Okay, great.
sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So and I can hit skip the next hand. Okay, Brock stole the pot. He's really low. Okay, none anymore apparently. Yeah, so same thing, I like to like when it's eight. Oh, actually I'm the big blind anyway. So
You're the big blind, so wait and see what they do. So they call.
fold and call.
Okay. So what do you want to do here?
I usually like to raise the minimum just to see who's wasting time.
All right. So this is a good hand to play out of position because it's suited connectors.
Okay.
So I would prefer to see the flop before you raise.
Okay.
But if you're going to raise, I would like to see you raise to 4,000,
Okay.
4,500, something like 4,000.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure the way it's programmed is that if it's more than the pot, I think they're all going to fold immediately, and I'm just going to steal the pot. Let's find out. Ooh, Brock's still in. Claptrap's still in. Sam's still in. Okay, they're feeling pretty optimistic about their hands, and I'm
And
not
you,
anymore.
and you whiffed.
Oh yeah, big time. So, all right, so it's a $20,000 pot. 800 to see if people still have hands or not.
800 because you checked, or
That's no, that's the lowest bet that it'll allow me to put in.
so Sam checked, and now it's
Yes,
up to you.
yes, that's right.
So with everybody calling, what's the likelihood of one of them having a king?
I think it's
That you're
pretty
playing
high.
against three people.
Yeah, I think it's 1 in 13 times 3, so it's 3/13ths, right?
It's pretty high.
Yeah.
So you're just
So
going to check and fold when somebody bets. Is that what you're going to do?
yes, I hit check and I'm laughing at the character. It says that usually if somebody does that, it shows that they either really know what they're doing or they're really stupid. And I'm just going to assume that you're stupid. Yeah, she's a real booster to be around. Okay, Claptrap bet 4,600 and
And
Brock checked.
Sam folded.
Sam folded. So there's 25K in the pot. Even calling cost 4,600. That's like half of my bankroll. So
No,
I
you're gonna start collecting chips by shoving, but you're not gonna shove this time.
right, exactly. I'm gonna fold. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is funny. All right. So you want to do one or two more hands, or do you want to see if we can get some
Well,
people out
let's
of
see what this
bubbles?
is. Now you got me curious. Let's see what this one is. And where did you get this game?
Yeah, it's from a company called Telltale, and the voice acting is quite good. And actually, there's another thing that I can do to spice up the feed a little bit. They start showing their tells a little bit more if they've been drinking, so you can buy them drinks by clicking right here, order drinks. Let's just buy everybody a drink, and the bartender will come over and serve the drinks.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh my
just fold.
goodness. And yeah, just fold. Okay. Yeah, because I'm also, yeah. Okay, let's skip the next hand. All right. Yikes. Should have paid more attention in algebra. Okay. So it looks like we're on the button. Ash raised a lot. Sam's all in.
And you're folding.
Yes. Okay. Fold. Ooh, Brock's all in. Let's see how this goes.
So this is going to go pretty well for you.
Right. I think one of you has taken leave of their senses. Oh, Claptrap is going all in too. Okay. Ace seven. Pair of threes. Queen ace. Ace jack. Okay, so now we got the probabilities up on the screen too. So it says that the pair of threes is the superior hand so far, probabilistically. Okay, now the pair of threes has a 52% chance. And the winner is.
Well, that works for you.
Yeah, because I
Now
think
you're
it's a
heads up with
showdown against
Claptrap.
one guy, isn't it?
Yep, heads up with Claptrap.
Okay, but
You
he's
leaped
going to
into
have,
second place.
yeah, it's he's got quite the bankroll now.
That's all right. I was behind 10 to 1 heads up in a tournament that I made a final table at the WSOP. You're only behind, how much money has he got?
I think he's got 80K.
So you're only behind 10 to 1.
Yeah. Oh man, this is funny stuff. This is funny stuff. Okay. Dream up an excuse for losing all that money. Okay, and the dog's going to Walt Whitman 6. Okay. Oh man. Okay. Let's show Claptrap how it's done. And Claptrap, he will definitely bluff sometimes.
And you already know that because you've played this game before, huh?
That's right.
Okay. 1200. We are the big blind.
I'd probably
Well,
go all in at this point.
all right. Works for me.
Okay, it's not like I really had a choice anyway.
Well, you could limp and he could go all in if you say.
Oh, let's see if we get a 10. Oh no.
Only 1 in 8 do you get a 10. Now you can do run runner straight. Now you're toast.
Yep. Oh, wah, wah, wah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to have disappointed you and all that kind of stuff, but that's our poker game. So, yeah, it's what a drag. But what can you do? I'm sure we'll do more of this. If you really enjoy this, make sure you hit the subscribe button down there. It's ugly anyway, and you want to get rid of it. Joe, if people want to reach out to you, I know that they can reach out to me through LinkedIn. Do you have a better way that you want to mention on here, or no?
Nope. Have them come through you and we'll go that direction.
I love it. I love it. And of course, I got this super, distinct last name, so I'm easy to find, especially on LinkedIn. Thanks a bunch for watching. Catch you next time.